Hello and welcome to your twin flame reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy going on between you and your twin flames. So today I have 3 oracle cards here, and they are from Nature's Whispers Oracle card deck by Angela Hartfield. And so, yeah, I think let's just get right started with the cards. Remember, Mars has just gone retrograde, so if you feel kind of a change in the way that you're orienting, maybe needing to go within, maybe like channeling where your energy is going right now, and it might be to replenishment and restoring and self-care, as there's kind of like this transition to probably going to some deeper layers of like your life purpose and your passions and stuff during this period of time. And also Mars is associated with the Divine Masculine, and so it's really especially a time of healing for the Divine Masculine, but that doesn't disinvolve the Divine Feminine in any way from that. So both are definitely receiving, but kind of just being aware of that dynamic and holding space for the Divine Masculine to heal can be really helpful. So we're going to start with the Divine Feminine today, and your card, Divine Feminine, is you are worth it. So yeah, you are worthy, you are worth the effort required to harmonize your union. You're worth the effort required for whatever challenge is in front of you right now, and whether it seems directly related to your twin flame union or not. If it's something that you know is the right thing to do, not about you being right, but it is the right thing to do, is going to take you deeper into the truth and take, in some way, even the collective consciousness too, deeper into the truth, then do that thing. Do what your heart is calling you to do and what feels good. And what smells good? Those lilies smell very good, unless you happen to be allergic to them or you're a cat, then don't get near them. But yeah, it's like follow that good feeling, follow that really delicious, aroma, smell. It's clear, so you're worth that. And also, keep your flame stoked, keep it alive, and you don't need to go near like what's all windy and chaotic. That's not for you. Chaos isn't real, so just move with the flow of divine order. Divine Masculine card flip. Okay. Infinite blessings, Divine Masculine. This is for you. So yeah, you're receiving infinite blessings right now, and it really is a great time for you to feel the good feelings and just to feel really good about particularly being the Divine Masculine, in addition to just like being a child of God and being a person, but really like celebrating that. So find a way, if you aren't already, to really embrace that particular energy that you carry in your union, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Well, there's quite a lot there that is you, and that's really important, and it's unique to your union, and you have a gift to share in healing your own Divine Masculine energy. For like as you heal, you're healing as one consciousness for everyone. You are within that, so you doing your own inner work is important, not just to you, but it's important to everyone, whether or not like you're actively sharing that with anyone. It's still being shared. But if you also feel called to, as you heal, and it can be just in little or big or whatever kinds of ways, just loving people, sharing the love that you're relaxing into and that you're finding within is really healing and empowering us, really healing to the Divine Feminine too. And so there's going to be like a lot of really good energy with this kind of flow going on between you two, with this awareness. So yeah, feels complete there. move on to the middle card. Cool, I got this card in another reading for the 9/9 portal. If you check out my recommended channels on the Twin Flames Universe channel, I did a reading for Mars beginning retrograde in the 9/9 portal. This card came up, and it's heighten your vitality, and it is just perfect for the current energy. So no surprise, right? Like, the divine knows what he is doing with this card selection, right? The divine's moving through this whole reading, and through everything all the time. And this is really about, choosing what feels vital. And sometimes that is choosing replenishment, choosing self-care. Heighten your vitality doesn't mean necessarily do more. And especially, like, if you don't feel called to do something, then just go deeper there. Remain present with whatever it is that you're, like, is on your to-do list or in your consciousness for one reason or another, and just love what's there. And also release what, if you realize something actually is no longer serving you, you're not going to need to do or whatever, it's safe to release that too. And it's also safe to appreciate and be thankful for the things that are being done through others for you, however that could look. Like, if someone is helping you with a specific project, or even your food is being delivered and that's really helpful to you, whatever it may be, like, these are also ways to heighten your vitality, to appreciate all of the energy that's running through others and how there's mutual support there. Like, I was watching a little, TikTok, you know how those things go. Anyone can say anything, right? It's very free for all. And there was a psychologist, I believe, sharing his opinion that self-confidence comes not from the self, not from inner, but from other people. And I thought to myself, well, that's not really quite it. But I feel called to watch what he has to say. And he did have a piece, right? Like, he had something to share that was valuable. I didn't find it to be like the whole truth, but I did feel that it took me deeper into something there, and that was that, other people, especially when you're a kid, you don't get your confidence from yourself. Well, I could argue that, it's God, right? It's like about your relationship with God, and you actually naturally are designed, perfectly, and the confidence thing isn't an issue if you're raised lovingly. But really, that isn't always happening at this time, right? But when you have that safety net of other people's support, then you are able to do those things that require self-confidence. And he said something like, a person walking on a, what is it called? Like a tightrope walker, or some crazy circusy trick thing that you wouldn't normally do yourself without lots of practice. He's like, they don't just do that for the first time without a safety net. Like, it's safe to fall into your support. It's safe to recognize that it's there. And it is safe to be supported by others. Like, that's God supporting you through others. And that's just a reflection of how you're supporting other people too, right? Like, as long as you're not using someone, and if something feels bad there, it's just for you to heal. Like, you don't need to choose that in your reality on any level. And sometimes ego will try to tell you that, like, oh, like, you're being this way or that way. And you're not, if you're not choosing that. But if you're holding on to some kind of story that you're hearing from fierce consciousness, then that's no good for you, right? Like, you can let that go, and you can let go of guilt, from receiving help, or for me, like, it's like sometimes I have just a block to, like, receiving praise, because that's a place where I was, I guess, wounded, you could say, as a kid, right? Just like the praise thing didn't end well. So I've been healing that, because, if I'm real with myself, no, I do like recognition. I do like being appreciated. Like, everyone likes that. That's a nice, loving thing to do. So there's no reason for me not to accept that when it's coming from a loving place. So just in recognizing that you have a block there, you can move through it and you can heal it. And this is a part of heightening your vitality too, because where there's a block in your energy flow. And so yeah, it's important to see that energy runs through everyone. It's not just like God talking to you in your heart only, right? Like, it's God communicating through everything and everybody, and through your twin flame too. You may not want to look at that like, oh, well, he blocked me and I just, well, F him, but you can continue to do the mirror exercise as you are triggered by that. And if you get to a place of peace with it, fine, but you may find yourself triggered the next day, and that's okay too, because it's taking you deeper into healing the separation. And the mirror exercise, there's links below where you can check out what I'm referencing. And that's taught by Jeff and Shalia, by the way, because there's other versions. Or if you type in mirror exercise, there's some interesting things, like people lifting weights in front of mirrors. And while that might be very nice, like, that's not what I am referring to. So yeah, heighten your vitality, and focus on the core of your energy, right? Like, not the fragments, because at the core is the whole prism. And when you have that really fortified, then all the colors are there, and then it's easier to just see and move in the direction wherever you're being called, and to paint with all the colors of the wind, so to speak. But when you try to move in the direction of just one thing without considering the whole, sometimes you're gonna feel unsupported there. So it's just important to remain centered and balanced. And of course, that doesn't mean like vanilla all the time. Like, sometimes you're gonna feel high, sometimes you're gonna feel really like, ooh, I am grounding right now. And sometimes you're going to be called to just focus on your life purpose. And sometimes you're going to focus on, loving yourself because you have an upset with your twin flame or your union or whatever it could be. So obviously you're not always just focusing on everything all at once either. That doesn't make any sense. But it's just like that energy within, and having that presence again with your whole self and with what your whole self is feeling at any given time. Because even if it's just focused on one thing, it's still going to indicate something to you about your whole self. Like, have you ever healed a block in one area of your life and then have something shift in another area of your life really positively? I know I have, and that is something that you probably are going to experience, which is a really good thing. Miracles, there's no order to miracles, right? And so it's just safe to receive the way that they are presented to you. And just continue on into the deeper level of harmony within you there. So that's going to conclude this reading. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Check out the links below. My DM and DF reading that's similar to this, but it's for you and your twin flame, and it's 5 cards. And it is still only $33.33 for a limited time, at least while this is being recorded. So if you're watching it in the future, then depending on when you're seeing this, it's going to be worth whatever it is set at. Like, you're always going to receive more than you invest is always what I aim for. And so, I really want you to receive really wonderful value and healing and insights from this reading. That's why I put them out every day. And then if you want to take it deeper, then get a personal reading, right? And so, those are going to be the price that they're at until the end of September. So for another, what is that? Couple of weeks or something. 3 weeks, actually. yeah, I think so. So anyways, yeah, take care. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Like I already said that, but I'll say it again. And I will see you again real soon. All right, love you. Bye.